This is Rap the News, and this is a warning dream that I had that I am supposed to take to the people. This warning dream was about hell. So I was led to the entrance of hell. It seemed like it was a black and red entrance. Almost looked like you was down in a cave or something. But the cave was kind of made to look kind of like a movie theater as well. It was something weird about it. It kind of resembled a movie theater. Anyway, it had an entrance on the front and an entrance on the side, and then you can walk across the street, and there was another entrance to hell. And so it was people entering on the sides. And I believe I went and entered into the front. And so what we're supposed to take to the people is what we saw. And so this is what I saw. Okay, the first time I went in there, because I was going in and out because I really couldn't stand that place. I noticed that the floor was not attached to the building or the cave or whatever it was. I noticed that it was not attached. So the floor was one big solid block of rock, and it was floating on lava. So it was a rock floating on lava. If you looked up towards the roof, you couldn't see anything. So it was like gray smoke and darkness. You couldn't see, how far the roof go up. So I guess I was down in the pit. And there were other people going in and out at first. And the longer we stayed in hell, the more nervous we got. And so I noticed that at first, around the walls was an opening. So like I said, the floor was not attached to the walls, and it was floating on lava, so it was going up and down slowly. Lava was splashing out as the floor went up and down, and we were trying to get out of the way of the lava, as it was splashing up and down. There were people being tormented in hell, but we didn't see them at first. We didn't see them all because it's dark, but there were people getting tormented. So anyway, this is the entrance of hell. And so this is a significant for something. I went out, went around, and I went in the side, and it's the same building no matter which side you go in. You still end up in the same place. So hell is tricky. So anyway, this time when I went in, it got more fierce inside. The floor is bobbing up and down. Lava is splashing out of the sides of the floor, and some lava is starting to pour from above, and the people were getting nervous, and they were just scrambling left and right, to try to get away from what was coming down and what was coming up. So you was getting it from above and below. And I don't know if I went out a third time or not like that, but I know that the right entrances got sealed shut by lava. So now there was no doors there no more, and something was kind of like telling us, it was me and some other people, that we had to go through this. And some of those people were in there because they had to go to hell, and I was looking at their faces, and it was regret on their faces. That's what I could see. I could see regret. They regretted that they went to that place, and so they was panicked out, and they had regret. And I remember seeing 3 Gentile women huddled up together, hugging each other, in there, and other Gentiles like scrambling left and right, trying to escape the splashing lava. Anyway, something said, okay, you got to stay in here and witness. And I'm like, oh man, I wanted to get out of that place. And the lava started pouring down from above. the floor started shaking very violently, like an earthquake, and lava was splashing from underneath us, and then the people start getting hit by the lava, and when they was getting hit by the lava, they start melting. So as the lava was so hot and so intense that they would melt like plastic out in the heat or something, you know what I mean, or in a fire. It was melting like plastic. They was like shriveling, like, and wavy. It was nasty how they was melting, and I was like, oh my God, and then the three Gentiles that were hugged together, lava was starting to hit them. They couldn't run anywhere anymore because lava had surrounded them, and they were just sitting there. Everybody was like sitting there at first trying to take it, and then all of a sudden from above, lava was poured down on everybody's head. So it was like a waterfall of lava just came down in that area where we were, and like scorched everybody, and it was kind of scary because everybody roared at the same time. So it was like splash, and everybody like, "Aah!" It was like freaky, man. And I was like, I don't know if I was praying to God, like, I want to get out of here. I don't want to. I remember thinking that I don't want to be in this place. I don't want to see this, and I want to get out. And so the door opened, like the door that were gone, they just reappeared and opened, and I walked out. And so when I walked out, then I saw black people, like in some dark lounge, and I'm like, what the? Yeah, so hell, I just walked out of hell, and I was anxious to tell them what I just saw, and somehow the black people were in limbo. They were in some place where it's like right before you're dead or you had died, and you hadn't gotten judged, and you don't know what the hell is going on. So I remember it was tables. It was almost like some nightclub bar or something, or some restaurant, dark restaurant. It was very dim in there, and I was saying, how do I get these people attention? And so I said, it's funny because I was saying I had a dream in a dream. I was saying, you guys, I had a dream, and I got a message to bring to you guys, and I have to tell you guys what's going on. And it seemed like maybe 20% of the people, I got their attention, and they was just starting to look at me and stuff like that. And I noticed, and I don't know why she was there, I don't know what she means. It was an auntie that my uncle was married to that she died from cancer. She was there, and she was bony, like skinny and pale. And I was like, what's she doing here? She's dead, And anyway, I was like saying again, people, I just had a dream, and I saw hell, and I was like, hell is right next door, and I got a little bit more people's attention. It's like I wasn't getting the people's attention fast enough, and I couldn't express the urgency of the situation. Now here's a weird part about the dream. I yelled, people, we have until March to get our shit together. I said a date in a dream. I have never said a date in my dream ever in life, but I'm not date setting. This is a dream. So in the dream, I said we have until March, but it was like a dual date, and so we had to March, and it was something about 190 days, which would probably be August. So something about March and August, and I saw a certificate of 190 days in there, so I guess that was written. So something probably have to be going down in August. Anyway, in this place you cannot lie, you can't exaggerate, you cannot do anything but tell the truth. And if you lie, you can get struck down by God right there. So it was a fear over me, not because I wanted to lie. This is something came to me and said, say God said it. Say God said it, And so I yelled to the top of my voice. I said, God is talking to y'all asses. You know, we have to march. God said it. You know. And then I was kind of like fearful because I said that. I was fearful because I was like, in this place you don't say that because hell is right next door. You know what I mean? And you don't want to make a mistake and end up in that mofo yourself. I saw them people melting, man, in there. I saw those people all roaring and screaming. They was all getting punished simultaneously. And it was some nasty business, some dark, nasty business, narc, I guess. Dark and nasty. But anyway, and they were glowing because they was glowing because of the coals and everything else that was on them. So I could see them glowing in the dark. You know, glowworms. And so anyway, everybody start paying attention. Maybe some people way in the distance, maybe not, but everybody just turned around, they paid attention. And then I something like, okay, you got the message across to them. Now they know something is going to go down in March in 190 days from now. From now, right? From yesterday. That's when I had the dream. And so I walked away. I said I did my job. Oh, before I even walked away, I start fearing. I was fearing too. I was like, you know, any little iniquity, because God wanted us to come to him spotless. I was like, you know, I'm sorry, God. I was saying that inside of my soul, in my head. I'm sorry, God, for any iniquities that I may have done. I hope that my life is acceptable to you. And I was saying that, you know, and I was scared out of my gourd, man, for what I just saw. And I walked away because I knew my job was done. And then the auntie that was there, she said in a loud voice, "Don't say that to me! Don't you say that to me!" And then I woke up. That's some freaky dream, you know. That was a freaky dream. And I went at like early in the morning. It was still dark. And I got up, I turned the computer on, and I typed all of this out. I'm just saying it right off the top of my brain. So, I don't know what's happening in March. I don't know what's happening in 190 days from now. But we will see. You know, this is Rap the News. Turn from y'all sins, man.